I know what you're thinking. Well, I mean, I don't know what you're thinking, but I can guess. And you're probably thinking, why in the world are you laying down a gigantic line of sand across the desert? And the short story is that I decided that we're going to finish this map up, this episode. And so I went back to look at the goals we hadn't achieved. And there were a few that I was okay not achieving. Like, I didn't find any more lava, but I mean, I think I understand roughly how I'd do that. But among them was one where we're supposed to build outposts to get ourselves through the desert. And I just couldn't leave that one quite alone. I didn't really necessarily want to build outposts, but I did want to build a way to get around the desert. And specifically, I think a way to get out of the desert, and maybe back into it. We'll see. That's going to depend on time. But for now, let's say we're going to get into and out of the desert. And my first thought was rail carts, but we don't really have any rail carts, and we don't have the iron to make rail carts, and I have no way to get the iron to make rail carts. So I scratched the idea, and I asked myself, what do I have a lot of? And the answer was sand. I have lots of sand, plenty of sand. All the sand from the spire, more sand if I needed it, but the spire I think will be enough. And I asked myself, what else do I have? And the answer was, well, I've got an infinite amount of water, because I can generate that now. I've got a relatively infinite amount of reeds. We can work with this. So the key idea, and what I'm trying to do here, is water, flowing water, when you put a boat in it, moves the boat very fast. I think it's about comparable to sprinting and maybe even a little faster. And so what we're doing here is we're laying down a rail that's going to be 3 across, and then we're going to fill it with flowing water, and we'll talk about the method for that a little later. But that should propel us all the way across the desert to the edge if we ever get there. And it'll do it fairly fast, and we won't have to worry about any of it. So I'm going to keep putting down sand here. Oh, I guess I should mention, off camera, I did film this, but I don't think I'm going to include it because I just want to end the series, maybe this episode. I made a gigantic reeds farm to farm a ton of reeds, and I think we'll see that a little later on, but until then, I just want to put that out there that there's been some work done on the house and the reeds that I didn't include just because it was such a mind-numbingly long time lapse that when I sped it up, it didn't make any sense. It was just random frames. So, with that in mind, I guess I'm gonna... Whoa! Are we... Nope, just still in the desert. I'm gonna keep building this and filling some stuff in anyways, and I will oh, there's the edge. Alright, well, yeah, so I am gonna switch to time-lapse, and I will see you guys on the other side. We are back. I think I probably cut a little bit of that out. It was really quite long. Yeah, so as you can see here, we've built quite a reeds farm, a melon farm. We've got the wheat farm on the right there. We've got lots of stuff in general. And I think it's time to bid this map farewell. We need to get some water, and can't get it from there. I'm gonna have to break this, which is unfortunate because I don't have a pick to do it with. And yeah, you can see I've got all the reeds I've collected out of this farm in my hotbar and inventory there. And what we're gonna do now is, well, I think first we're gonna sleep. But once we finish that, the idea here is that we want the water to flow in all one direction, and in order to do that we're gonna use the reeds. So let me go get the second water bucket here, and then we'll have a spring we can use. We'll let the water flow one direction, and then at the end of the water we want to put reeds. So right here we'd like to put them, but we can't place it A on glass, and B, we need to have water next to it. So what we're going to do is, for this part anyways, we're going to throw sandstone blocks down like this. Come on, get up. There, okay. And then we're going to break those and replace... I need more sand. We need to replace those other two glass bits with sand. Hopefully this will be enough sand. We really only have to get across this glass in order to not need sand anymore, and in any case we'll be sand positive. So, oh, didn't want to do that. So yeah, if we put water over here, it flows backwards, but with the reeds, if we put some reeds down, and now we put the water down, it flows the right direction, as you'll see here. Ow! I'm sorry, I'm being klutzy. But as you can see, it's not flowing backwards now, it's only flowing forwards. So I think we're gonna do yet another time lapse. I'm getting good at these, and I'll show you as much of the building as I can. It's probably not going to be all of it because there's going to be quite a bit, especially if I do the way back, which I'm not so sure about now. So see you on that flip side. Alright, we're back, and I've filled up my inventory with everything we should need for a long journey. So we've got these torches, we've got obviously a boat to leave with, we've got an XP bottle, all the seeds we need, saplings, and a little bit of bone meal to get ourselves started, and melons, which I'm going to eat a few of now because we're actually a little low. As you can see, we've got 14 arrows, which isn't going to keep us forever, but it'll get us out of the desert, no doubt. And let's break that and be on our way. Here we go. And oh, push. Yes. Alright. So you can see it's working pretty well here. Yep. So I guess I hope you've enjoyed this whole series. I encourage you to check out the rest of my channel. Many thanks to bknepprath, I still can't pronounce your screen name, for making this map. And I guess we're on to bigger and better things. I'll see you in whatever the next series may be. See you later.